Hey, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. First and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, who we know as Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ, but we know him as Yahweh Shai. Right, shout out to the sister Mary of Bethany that anointed Yahweh Shai with the ointments before his burial. And also shout out to our ancestors that lost their lives behind keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. So today, Wednesday, so we coming at you with a Wisdom Wednesday. And the title of this lesson is called The Power of Words. And I got a lesson to go with, I got a audio. It's a book audio. And I encourage everyone to actually listen to the audio or get the book. I'm only on, I think, 55 minutes. And the audio is like 2 hours long. But so far, the dude, I want to say he Mexican by his name. He been dropping gems, man. Like, he been dropping gems. And this would encourage me to make this lesson. And really, when I was listening to it, I'm like, man, he was really telling you, he was really getting in depth on the power of words. Like, how much power, because we go day to day throughout our day and throughout our life. And we may say some things, or people may say some things to us, and we truly don't understand how much power those little words have. We just look at them like words or, whatever. But these things have power, and we must understand these things, man, because that's one tool that Satan used against the children of Israel. He used words, man. That's how they cast spells, how these witches cast spells on us, by words. So Lord, will in this video be edifying, man, the brothers and sisters, man. Do what we do this for. We do this for our people. They got an ear to hear, and eyes to see. So the brother can play the shofar first, and we'll get into the audio, a little bit of the audio. All praise to the Most High, man. But yeah, man. So this actually a book. I know I don't got the book, but I know a brother that can say he got the book. I don't know exactly how much it costs, but the 4 agreements, man, I would say it's worth getting. If I didn't have the audio, I probably would get the book. I might still invest in it. But we're gonna start. We're gonna start at 31 minutes, because that's when he started talking about the words, the power of words. And then we're gonna start at 31. Let me see it on my phone. We'll start at 31 minutes and we'll go to 37 minutes. We'll hop into this thing. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. I don't know if I gotta say that, but yeah, man.
Very eyes. Instead of living in a dream of hell, you will be creating a new dream, your personal dream of heaven. Chapter 2. The First Agreement. Be impeccable with your word. The first agreement is the most important one and also the most difficult one to honor. It is so important that with just this first agreement you will be able to transcend to the level of existence I call heaven on earth. The first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. It sounds very simple, but it is very, very powerful. Why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. The Gospel of John in the Bible, speaking of the creation of the universe, says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God." Through the Word you express your creative power. It is through the Word that you manifest everything. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent manifests through the Word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are, will all be manifested through the Word. The word is not just a sound or a written symbol. The word is a force. It is the power you have to express and communicate, to think, and thereby to create the events in your life. You can speak. What other animal on the planet can speak? The word is the most powerful tool you have as a human. It is the tool of magic. But like a sword with two edges, your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. One edge is the misuse of the word, which creates a living hell. The other edge is the impeccability of the word, which will only create beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Depending upon how it is used, the word can set you free, or it can enslave you even more than you know. All the magic you possess is based on your word. Your word is pure magic, and misuse of your word is black magic. The word is so powerful that one word can change a life or destroy the lives of millions of people. Some years ago, one man in Germany, by the use of the word, manipulated a whole country of the most intelligent people. He led them into a world war with just the power of his word. He convinced others to commit the most atrocious acts of violence. He activated people's fear with the word, and like a big explosion, there was killing and war all around the world. All over the world, humans destroyed other humans because they were afraid of each other. Hitler's word, based on fear-generated beliefs and agreements, will be remembered for centuries. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. The seeds are opinions, ideas, and concepts. You plant a seed, a thought, and it grows. The word is like a seed, and the human mind is so fertile. The only problem is that too often it is fertile for the seeds of fear. Every human mind is fertile, but only for those kinds of seeds it is prepared for. What is important is to see which kind of seeds our mind is fertile for, and to prepare it to receive the seeds of love. Take the example of Hitler. He sent out all those seeds of fear, and they grew very strong and beautifully achieved massive destruction. Seeing the awesome power of the word, we must understand what power comes out of our mouths. One fear or doubt planted in our mind can create an endless drama of events. One word is like a spell, and humans use the word like black magicians, thoughtlessly putting spells on each other. Every human is a magician, and we can either put a spell on someone with our word or we can release someone from a spell. We cast spells all the time with our opinions. An example: I see a friend and give him an opinion that just popped into my mind. I say, I see that kind of color in your face in people who are going to get cancer. If he listens to the word, and if he agrees, he will have cancer in less than 1 year. That is the power of the word. During our domestication, our parents and siblings gave their opinions about us without even thinking. We believed these opinions and we lived in fear over
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, coming out of Christianity, you start to realize that the Bible is actual ritual book, right? It sounds weird, but you start to realize the Bible is a ritual book. And it contains blessings, it contains prayers, it contains curses, it contains laws, it contains ritual.
Can y'all hear?
Yeah, I can hear him.
It contains ritual holidays, holy days that we're supposed to celebrate a certain way. So a lot of times it's off-putting to people that are still in the religion of Christianity because they don't see it as as a ritual book. So when you see some of the prayers that David did to curse his enemy, they would say that's witchcraft, right? Or they would say, you're talking about those curses in Deuteronomy 28. You're talking about witchcraft. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. What are these books in the Apocrypha you talking about? No, that's witchcraft. I haven't heard of those. And it's all a lack of knowledge, man. And it's all because people don't study to show themselves approved. So by default, since they don't know that the book that they claim to believe is a ritual book, it leaves them open to attack from other ritual books. right? From other witches and warlocks and wizards, because they don't know how just how spiritual the world is and just how spiritual rituals are, right? We do these things that God commands us to do for spiritual protection. So just wanted to make that known as well, that we as a people got to start looking at our book different from just the religion of Christianity or Catholicism or Mormon or Seventh-day Adventist. We got to start looking at it as a spiritual book that has powers.
Man, yeah. I think, man, he finna start saying some real stuff, but like I was saying in the beginning, man, we just truly don't understand the power of words. We look at these things as light things, especially when we're young, man. When we're at a young age, we were just what we would call roasting on people. You would just say whatever comes to your mind about a person. And as that little kid grow up, you just say, oh, bro, you got a big old head at a young age. Now, when he get older, he always gonna feel like he got a big head. He always gonna feel insecure about his big head. I ain't trying to be funny, but about his big head, he always gonna be feel insecure about that because of what was planted in his mind as a young kid. So he gonna talk a little bit more on it, but we just never truly pay attention of the words that we usually say throughout our day, and not knowing that sometimes we saying things, we casting spells on ourselves, or we casting spells on other people, and casting doubt and downfall or hate on other people, and don't even know it. We think it's just small words, but nah, you casting a spell on that person. But you got it, King. You can start it back when anybody else has some.
These opinions, like not being good at swimming, or sports, or writing. Someone gives an opinion and says, "Look, this girl is ugly." The girl listens, believes she is ugly, and grows up with the idea that she is ugly. It doesn't matter how beautiful she is, as long as she has that agreement, she will believe that she is ugly. That is the spell she is under. By hooking our attention, the word can enter our mind and change a whole belief for better or for worse. Another example, you may believe you are stupid, and you may have believed this for as long as you can remember. This agreement can be very tricky, causing you to do a lot of things just to ensure that you are stupid. You may do something and think to yourself, "I wish I were smart, but I must be stupid or I wouldn't have done that." The mind goes in hundreds of different directions, and we could spend days getting hooked by just that one belief in our own stupidity. Then one day someone hooks your attention and, using the word, lets you know that you are not stupid. You believe what the person says and make a new agreement. As a result, you no longer feel or act stupid. A whole spell is broken, just by the power of the word. Conversely, if you believe you are stupid, and someone hooks your attention and says, "Yes, you are really the most stupid person I have ever met," the agreement will be reinforced and become even stronger. Now let us see what the word impeccability means. Impeccability means
You can start right there,
without
King.
sin.
Unless you-
Impeccable comes.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and he's saying some real stuff, man. Let's go ahead and get the first precept. We're gonna dive more into what he said.
So I get too, man.
Go ahead.
This is why people got a love-hate relationship with the hospital and with doctors, because doctors might tell you that you autistic or on the spectrum, or they might tell your kid that they got ADHD, or they might tell you that you got cancer, or they might tell you that you have 3 days to live or a month to live. And those words are so powerful, it ends up coming true. The ones that usually tend to beat these cases, though, are the ones that don't pay the doctor no mind. You'll see that a lot of times those older people that don't ever go to the hospital, a lot of times, man, they live a long time. And then the one time they go to the hospital and the doctor diagnose them with something, it's a downhill slope from there. It's all because of words, man. Words affect the way you live and believe, and it ultimately affects your soul. So like he was just saying on that last part, man, you end up being under a spell from what is ever said to you. That's why you got to guard your ears, guard your eyes, guard your mouth. And you know, America knows this. This is why America has TV programs to program you, right? They have channels to channel you. They got the news station, the media to brainwash you. It sounds crazy, but it's to brainwash you. And it's all because words are spells. Now you don't even know why you're pro-Democrat. You're just Democrat because of what you've been told that you should be, right? Or a Republican, right? So a lot of these words, man, just got people under spells. And that's the battle that we struggle with, trying to give this truth to people, is that they're under spells and they can't wake up.
Yeah, man. You know, they call it spelling. Like they call when you spelling the word, they'd be like, you know, spell this, or he's spelling that. So like the brother saying, America is built off witchcraft. You know, even the brother who was at VSU, the brother Azrael was getting into what Hollywood is. And when you look up Hollywood, it's what witches use to do witchcraft with. So this country and this place is built on witchcraft. And so that's why not only do we have to watch these things, watch what we say and what we take in, we have to also cast down these things. Somebody may say, bro, you ain't gonna, you must be, you slow, bro. You ain't gonna never do nothing. You got to cast that down. Don't take that lightly, because that person just cast a spell on you. You just said you're gonna be slow, or just say you have a child, right? And you just had another child, and you have people saying, "Oh, she gonna be, or she or he gonna be jealous, right? He gonna be jealous of so and so because he getting all the attention. The baby gonna be jealous now because he got a new sibling." You got to rebuke those things, because those are spells that people really don't think are serious. They think these things are light things. They just saying them just to say it, but it's power in the tongue. And Solomon knew something. Can you give me Proverbs 18 and 21? It's power in the tongue, man. Even when this world was created, this world was created by words. He said, "Let there be light," and it became light. So this world was created by words, man. So that just shows you how much power words have. You can use words to heal, like the dude said, like the brother said in the book. You can use words to heal. You can use words to heal, to lift someone up, to encourage someone, or you can use words to destroy a person, to bring a person down. And now you're wondering why that person is wondering why they've been hearing they dumb their whole life, or they've been hearing they got ADHD their whole life, like the brother was saying. Now it's like they thinking like that now. They think they crazy because they've been hearing people throwing spells on them and telling them you crazy. And our brothers can correct me if I'm wrong, but all the miracles that Yahweh Shai did, you know, when he was healing and things like that, he spoke something before he did it. If I'm mistaken, he said something. You know, he just didn't go and touch him. He spoke something. So that just goes to show you the power of that words hold, man. If you using the correct way. But you got it, King.
Con, you said 28 and 9?
18 and 21.
Oh, I'm tripping. God. This is Proverbs 18 and verse 21. It says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof."
All right, so he said death and life are in the power of the tongue. So when you read this, is like a lot of people read over this and be like, yeah, death and life are in the power of the tongue. But death and life are literally in the power of the tongue. Like you can literally say something about a person, and you know, especially when that person ain't really rooted with the Most High and he ain't got a relationship, or she ain't got a relationship with the Most High, it's easy for just people to just throw these spells, say these words about them, and they constantly just believe in them and falling down. But you know how many people that's literally in the graveyard right now because of words. Something was said, he or she got disrespectful with this person ended up killing them for disrespect because the words, the things that they were saying. So you can bring death by your tongue, or you can bring life and power through your tongue. Just like when we go out and teach this word, we are using our tongue for life. We're going out there teaching the words of the Most High God, and we using our words for life. We're going out speaking positive to our people, telling our people you ain't niggas, telling our people that you are God's chosen people, telling our people that that you special, man, right? That God loves them. We going and lifting up our people. But a lot of times we hear in the so-called black community, a lot of times in our families, we just casually disrespect each other, and it's normal. In a lot of our families, it's normal for your uncle to disrespect your cousin and call him a bitch and tell him he weak and soft. It's normal for that. It's normal. So we just casting spells back and forth all day while we drinking a Bud Light, casting spells back and forth on each other, and we wondering why we can't build our communities, why we always at the bottom. Because we casting spells amongst each other. But you got it, King. You finna say something? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. But Con, yeah, man, it's just something that we done got immune to growing up, and you hearing your auntie, she may have cussing you out, and it be disrespectful. Like, you gonna be just like your daddy. You gonna be a bum just like your daddy. And then it's like, dang, now he hearing this. Now he hearing this from a child that he gonna be just like his dad, and he looking at his dad and like, dang, my dad went in my life. My dad was an alcoholic. My dad been in and out of jail. So and then it's like people already cursing. Go ahead.
But then what it do too is like, now the child is thinking, well, if I do end up like that, it won't be a disappointment because everybody expected me to be like that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't try to do better themselves at all because they're like, shit, if I do this, at least I won't be letting nobody down because this is what they expected.
Yeah, a lot of people, when you see like them prison interviews, a lot of people, they'll be asked questions like, so man, how do you think you got here? How do you think what in your life got you here? A lot of times them brothers would be in there be like, well, man, everybody told me I was going to be like my dad. My dad did 25 to life. Everybody told me I was going to be like my dad. I guess they was right. And, deep down inside, he probably always, if he's bringing that up in the interview, it's always been in his spirit. It's always been in his mind. Them words, he never forgot them words, and he let it take a hold of his soul. And now he's exactly what the spell said, just like his dad in prison.
And sometimes the spell can be so strong that, you might not even be on that path, but it'll trick you to want to be on that path. So some people glorify it. So it might not even been in him to be like his dad. But now that people keep saying that, he doesn't even know why he's doing it, but he's striving to be like his dad. And he gets a sense of fulfillment out of that. But that's a part of the spell too, though. A false sense of fulfillment.
Yeah, man. And it's like a lot of parents, they not giving their kids a chance because when they children, they're not speaking life into them. They speaking death into them. So you basically cheating your child because you're not even giving your child a fair chance of growing up in life because you basically destroying him or destroying her. Yeah, other people. I know y'all probably heard this when it be like a little boy and people be like, oh, man, he gonna be a heartbreaker. He gonna be a heartbreak. He gonna break so many hearts. Then wondering why little Tay he grown now. He breaking all these women's hearts.
Right.
He breaking their like, what's going on? Why? Then they wondering why is he like this? He don't have no respect for women. Yeah, because y'all say he gonna be a heartbreaker.
We got 15 baby moms, right? You think he's a ladies' man? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. You got
You got women keying up his car. You know what I'm saying?
flashing his
And
tires.
now you mad at the little girls that's keying up his car that you paid for, but you spoken on his life to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she gonna be feisty. She feisty. She gonna be feisty. And they know you wondering why Kiki get older. She feisty. She fighting everybody. She want to fight everybody. She fighting the girl and she fighting the mama. 2 versus 1. She fighting both
man,
of
you
them.
know,
Fighting the grandma too.
the people that say that, man, then they want to make it seem like they're a prophet or something when it comes to pass. Like they ain't just put that on that person's life. I told you she was gonna be like this.
Yeah. Oh, little bro, little bro gonna bang in the set when he get older. Right, he gonna be on the corner right with us banging the set, banging Crip, banging Blood, banging Hoover, right? Banging all of these sets. He only 3 years old. Then when he gets 6 years old, they putting the flag around his head. Then he get older, he's 16, 17, hitting licks. Right? He jacking cars.
What about for all the parents that say stuff like, "Hey man, I hope when you get older, you have a kid and he treats you just like you treat me.
Whew.
She treats you just like you treat me, right?" And then next thing you know, man, that's how generational curses propel themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's a continuation. It's a continuous. Then he hearing this from his parents or from his family. Then he gonna pass it down. Then his son or daughter gonna hear it, and they're gonna pass it down. You know, yeah. You have women till they.
Grandma told me you was gonna act up.
Yep. We already knew this about you. We already was talking about you. We already knew how you were gonna be. You know, you have mothers talk to their teenage daughters, and like I said, they call them BITCHs. They call them call them out their name. Tell them, hey, you ain't gonna never have no man. Nobody ain't gonna never love you. Nobody ain't gonna never love you. Then she hearing that, it's like, dang, that's a spell on her. Even if, like the dude said in the book, even if a man comes and truly loves her, she's in the back of her mind, she not gonna truly think he love her for real, because she been hearing that nobody not gonna never love her. So she gonna feel like it's a catch. She gonna feel like he just wants sex. She may feel like he just only gonna be here for the moment and leave. Now she messing the relationship up because the man truly love her, but she so destroyed from what she been hearing, she don't want to accept it. And that sound like all Tyler Perry movies. That just sound like a Tyler Perry movie what I just explained. Because he be putting those things in movies. Those things be actually happening, man. And it's real. So we gotta speak life. Instead of matter of fact, I just thought about something. Can you go to I want to play this short clip. Can you go to my YouTube and go to the shorts? It's a lady, you know, she said it. She basically saying what we saying right now. All praises to the Most High that I just thought about it. All praise to the Most High. It's real, man.
Hey, Salakia too, man. You know, also you gotta watch the way we say stuff to each other. As far as spouses go, right? You may think that your husband lazy, and you telling your husband you so lazy. You know, it's a difference between saying stop being lazy and you so lazy. So now you putting that spell on him, man. Now your husband lazy. Or, you know, you in the truth, you might have a woman that say, man, you're a lion in the house. Stop being a lion in the house. There's a difference between stop being a lion in the house and you're a lion in the house, right? The sleight of words, right, could be the difference in how your outcome is, right? You gotta learn how to talk, man. You gotta learn how to have chase conversation. and pick your words wisely, because you don't want to end up, like the brother said, put a spell on somebody and then be mad that they embody what you just said.
You on mute, up.
Oh, the one in the sister in the green.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay. Not Esau?
like you were saying. Oh, go ahead.
I'm playing.
But you said something, King?
Scotland.
But yeah, so I feel like too as well. If we dealing with like a spirit, say that I'm dealing with the spirit of something such and such, instead of claiming that spirit and saying I'm lustful. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying I'm lustful, say I'm dealing with a spirit of lust. Because like the brother Azrael said, you got to be very careful with the words that you say, because you don't want to cast a spell upon yourself by the slightest things. We got to watch the slightest things that we say. But yeah, you can play it, King. Fair use.
Hopefully you can hear. Hold on, I'm gonna play it the other way. Slack you.
It's not like a lot of people look at me like I don't look like a parent to 6 children, because I do not accept. I will not receive it. I don't take it. I don't take it. When you say to me, "Hey, you have 6 boys, therefore your home is loud," no. But then your house is messy, no. Then there is like no organization, no. I don't accept it. I don't receive it. It's not what I say over. When you pronounce it, or you meet me and you ask, "Oh, how many children?" 6. How many boys? How many girls? They are all boys. Hey, and you feel what I said? No, I don't accept it. I don't receive it. That is not the truth.
It's a morning. It's a morning. Yeah.
It's not the truth. Because in the home, I tell my boys, you are calm, you are quiet, you are well behaved, you get on well. Even if they don't get on well, that is what I pronounce and I say over them. You are tidy, you do well, you love your brothers, you don't like fighting. I pronounce it. As much as I can pronounce the negativity over them, I choose rather to pronounce goodness and positivity over them in my home. When they are displaying bad and wrong behavior, I tell them, this is not you. You are not an angry person. You are not a fighter. You are not a violent person. You are not a dirty person. You are not a messy person. So wherever you heard that from, you cannot accept it for yourself. That is not who you are. This is who you are in the home. And as parents also, we also model the right behavior that we want our children to have and to also behave in. So even if we have our misunderstandings or we keep everything quiet. My husband and I can argue in the morning. We'll come out, we'll do laundry together, we will wash together, we'll do everything together. We will still eat together. One plate, maybe we won't talk, but one plate we will eat together. And so our children are learning all of these things. So I don't buy into that, boys are difficult to raise. I do not. It's not difficult. They are not hard. They are not stubborn.
Yeah,
it's not.
Truly, if you parents, man, we definitely gotta be the ones that speak life into the children, because it's always gonna be doubt, especially from people that's not in the faith. It's something they may be like, oh, well, he or she they're not walking yet, or they're not talking yet. They don't weigh what they should weigh at that age. Maybe something's wrong with him. Right, maybe something wrong with it. We need to go get them checked out. It's like, while they saying that, you got to rebuke that, and you got to speak life in your child. Hey, you gonna do these things whenever the Most High God see fit. Right? You can do it. You can do it. Right? Don't trip. We ain't gonna trip. We're gonna keep the faith. You can do it. Right? You a king. You a princess. You can do whatever you want to do. And this is very real, even with plants. I seen a video, even when it comes to plants, you can speak positive to your plants. I can't remember the exact video I seen when this dude he did a experiment with plants, and he had one plant he was talking positive to the plant. Oh, you're gonna grow so big and you're doing so good growing. Then the plant started growing. But then he had this one plant, he was talking negative upon the plant. Oh, why you taking so long to grow? You worthless. Then the plant end up dying. So it's words. Understand this. Words are spiritual, even when it comes to plants in the Most High God creations. You got the power to talk life into your garden and allow it to grow. You might sing to your garden. I used to think it was strange when I seen people talking to like, what the hell? Why are you talking to that tree? Like, why are you talking to that plant and singing to the plant? But now I see why they doing that. But you got it, King.
God, man, that goes back to Yahushua cursing that fig tree, man. You know what I'm saying? And he spoke to that fig tree and told that fig tree it never bear fruit again.
Yeah,
and withered up. You know,
dang, that's a good point.
So even the video you was talking about, we seen that first in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And it goes with everything, not just your children, not just with plants, even with your pet animals, man. You see somebody that's always talking trash about his dog. You can see the countenance of the dog. He the butt of every joke. You know what I'm saying? The dog a coward, man. The dog's supposed to be a protector, but you keep telling your dog he's a pansy. Like, you ain't gonna protect nothing, man. You kind of kicking your dog from time to time, right? And now your dog is scaredy cat, man. You know what I'm saying? Words have power no matter who you speak to, even when it's an animal that can't understand your language, man. The inflections on your voice, you got to be very particular in how you say things, man, because sometimes the inflection can do more damage than the actual word itself, right?
Yep. Con. Can I get Sirach chapter 28 in verse let's see, want to start at. You can start at verse 12 and we can read to you can just start at verse 12. We can break it down line by line.
Sirach chapter 28 and verse number 12, and it reads, "If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched." Salaki, can you scroll down just a little bit? The duck sign is in front of blocking some of the words. Okay. And both these come out of thy mouth. Verse 13.
Con. So I'm gonna try to get line by line. So it said, yeah, man. So it's basically saying like you just saying by it's just basically saying that out of your mouth you can bring people to life with what you're saying, or you can destroy something. Like the dude said in the book, like the brother said in the book, he brought up Hitler though. He was like, Hitler, the words that he said, his words had power. He was able to destroy a whole group of people, man, that was claiming to be Jews, but they were not. They were the synagogue of Satan, But anyway, he had the power to bring them down. So we got to understand as teachers, we have power as well too. We have the power to lift our nation of people, but you have some people, they use their words and they destroy their people. Oh, look, so and so they don't know the Bible, right? They dumb. You would never be on my level. People, that affect people in the truth, man. That affect people in the truth. But even the people that's in the knowledge of the truth, they cast spells and they say certain things about other people that they don't even realize that's affecting that person for real. Like, you just cast a spell on this person, talking down upon this person, right? I just made him look crazy on this debate, right? He don't never need to debate nobody again. He got, he ain't got no wisdom. He need to learn from who I learned from. That stuff is, you instead of encouraging and speaking the life into this person, we do this a lot as a people. We bringing each other down by the things that we saying. But you keep going, King.
Verse 13, and it reads, it says, "Curse the whisperer and double tongued, for such have destroyed many that were at peace.
Yeah, man. Even you got people that backbite. It all comes from the tongue, man. You got backbiting. You got people that's whispering. I done heard so and so, and it can be a rumor. It can be a lie. And I think it didn't get to it in the audio, but the dude over the book, he said something. He was like, you can have a teacher, right? You can have a teacher, and you finna take his class, and you ask a person, how was that teacher? Oh, bro, he's a pervert, and he's racist, and he don't respect women. And now you getting this thought already in your mind about this man that you never met. And the whole time this person just saying that because he or she felt this class. But now you hearing what this person taking in, and now when you going in on the first day, you side-eyeing the man and not even really getting to know him for real. So that just shows that's how powerful whispering is, and backbiting and rumors. That's why the Most High said, don't do it. Stop gossiping. Our people love to gossip. Like, that's what we known for as Black people. Our people love to gossip. Every little information they get about somebody, they ready to tell somebody else. Oh, did you hear about so-and-so? Did you know that so-and-so did this and they did that? Not even knowing if it's true or not. They just going off what somebody else said. And what does it matter? How would that affect your life? Talking about another person, how is that going to affect you? Like, what do that got to do with you? What they got going on, what that got to do with you? And why are you telling other people? That's a whole spirit, man. That's a demon. That's a whole demon. But you keep going, King.
Khan, verse number 14. It says, a backbiting tongue hath disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities hath it pulled down and overthrown the houses of great men.
Yeah, man. Hey, that tongue powerful, man. Got the power to bring a whole. It said it done brought down a nation of people, or a nation to nation. Strong cities done been brought down from backbiting. People not holding, a person tell them something and that they ain't supposed to tell, and they go and tell somebody else. Or a person can't keep secrets. They see something, they going to tell it to somebody else. Destroying everything, messing up everything, man. But you got it, King.
Salakia too, that's kind of like what you see what happened with a lot of Black communities in the early 20th century, right? With Black Wall Street, Atlanta, a lot of cities happened because of backbiting, lying, gossiping. And it was not necessarily from our people, it was from the oppressor, but nonetheless, it's still the principle that applies. That's how those cities got destroyed. And even again, the thing that which I can't even get it out. The thing that which hath been is that which shall be, right? So I'm pretty much saying, like, what goes around comes around. There's nothing new under the sun, like it reads in Ecclesiastes, and that's why the wisdom given here is Sirach is something that, we just got to keep in mind in our everyday conversation. And we may say things scoffingly, jokingly, but nonetheless, we're still saying them, right? So we just got to be mindful of what we say. But verse number 15, it says, a backbiting tongue hath cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labors.
You can start right there, King Khan. All praises, man. Yeah, man. So I almost forgot this precept I didn't put down. Can the brother give me James chapter 3 and verse 5 through 12? And I think in that book, man, you definitely gotta chew the meat, spit out the bones. Because in a sense, I see what he's saying when he said all people are magicians. We know that we're not magicians, but I see why he's saying that, because everybody have words that they got power to basically use their words against someone, like a spell. You see what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that. Don't let that get you caught up when you're listening to the book. It's a great listen, man. It's a great audio listen. But yeah, you got it, King.
That's why a lot of people today, man, they say it the same way, but they have a new term. They say they manifest it. And I manifest this, man. How'd you get all that? Man, I manifested, man. But James chapter 3, starting at verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
So the tongue is like a little member. When you look at the tongue, you're like, just a tongue. When you scraping your tongue in the morning, I mean, it's just a tongue, man. You ain't thinking about the tongue. It said it's a little member and boasts great things. So it's a little member, but it got power. It can say great things. It says, behold, how great a matter a little fire kindle. It can, man, your tongue get you in a lot of trouble. Your words can get you in a lot of trouble, or it can get you out of trouble. It can get you in trouble, or it can get you out of trouble, man. You can build someone up with your tongue, or you can bring them down, like the brothers. I think the brother Azrael was saying, about your. I think Azrael said it about your spouse, man. Just gotta watch how you speak to each other as well too, because you don't want to bring each other down. Hurtful things, the woman, your wife, got the power to uplift the man. You know what I'm saying? We don't really. A lot of women think that they don't have no power when it comes to the scripture. They always reading about the man. They think they just supposed to just be here and exist. A lot of women got power, man. You had the power to literally uplift your husband by just the words that you say. You're doing great. I know you're trying, but I want you to keep going. No matter what, keep going. You're an amazing man. And they can uplift the man, even when he's not feeling his best. But if she like, oh my gosh, I regret getting with you. You a failure. You can't do nothing. You no good Negro. You a bum. All of these things like that. They're gonna tear that man down. He gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. He gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette and take a long walk. He might not come home that night because he done been destroyed. he been destroyed. He done been getting taken left hooks, right hooks from his wife, man, from the words that she's saying.
They was right about you. I should have listened to them. They was right about you.
Yeah, I should have listened to my auntie them. They told me you was a demon.
I ain't gonna come back home, not because I'm destroyed, but that's because I'm at Keisha's house, and Keisha don't talk to me like that. But that's how a lot of brothers had that mindset, man. I grew up in it. Well, I'm not gonna say that I've seen it firsthand in my own household, but what I will say is that, there's been a lot of stories surrounding, my earthly father who passed away when I was a child, man, and how he used to kind of have women on the side, right? And it was more so one of the things that he explained is that, sometimes when one of them get to talking crazy, you leave and you go to the other one. Now, I'm not justifying, that action. And that's not why I'm telling this story. I'm saying that because a lot of times, man, we as people don't even consider how our words not only have power, but how they make people feel, And so we got to just be mindful again, just about what we're saying, because at the end of the day, you can drive your spouse to the point of, like the brother saying, going outside, smoke you a joint, maybe drink you a 40. You know what I'm saying? You could drive your spouse to the point of just not feeling like, not feeling like they want to be around you. And you don't want to be that type of person, right? You want to rule your tongue, right? It's almost like the precept in Proverbs that say, he that has no control over his spirit is like a city without walls. You're going to be subject to any and everything because you ain't got no control over yourself. And if you can't rule your tongue, you're going to be subject to even worse.
Yeah, man, you could build your spouse up and be like, for example, in this truth, for a man, you can build your wife up and be like, hey, man, you be on it when it comes to cleaning. I ain't going to cap. You know what I'm saying? That's one of your gifts. Like, and she may be poor at cleaning, but you saying that man, that done put a spell on her to where she like, man, yeah, I am good at cleaning. Then she start getting 10 times better at cleaning, or vice versa. You could be like for your husband, man, I just love when you break down the word, man. You just say it in a way that I can understand. She may not like your style of teaching, but because she said that to you, now you up doing 3 videos a week. You trying to get as many videos as you can because you think that you got a calling because somebody done put that spell on you, right? So you can use it to bless people as well, man. Also, like verse 5 says, it's a little member, but without that little member, we wouldn't be able, and God's so cold, we wouldn't be able to formulate our thoughts and get our thoughts out to other people. Your tongue is really the connection to your brain. Without your tongue, you can't speak, you can't convey what you want. Like the brother said, you can't get out of situations, right? You can't clear up things that were said about you or things that you were accused of. If you got put before a judge, you can't plead your case. You can't tell somebody how much you really like them, right? That tongue is a little thing, but without that tongue, man, you can't be a human almost.
Yeah, man. Hey, your wife cook something. It's good. Oh, damn, you threw down, bro. That food good. I like that. You got the power to, she be like, that's the tongue. She be like, oh yeah, okay, they're gonna make her want to cook more. And then, she tastes the food. Then next thing you're like, what the? I gotta go get some McDonald's again. You going out the door getting a Big Mac. Now you making her feel bad. Like, damn, I just cooked all of this food and he don't want to eat it, and I can't cook. I might as well stop cooking. I would never be a cook. I've been here my whole life. You've been telling me I can't cook. I might as well stop cooking then. So that's just the power of the tongue. Got you. It can bring you to the point where you don't think you believe in what people saying. It might not even be true, but you've been hearing this person tell you that, and you've been hearing it, and you truly believe in it because you've been hearing it for so long. But you keep. Let me see. I want to stop it. You can keep going. We'll stop at 12.
And the tongue is a fire. Verse 6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Every kind of beasts and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed and hath been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therewith bless we God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessings and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Doth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries, either a vine figs? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh.
Come on, man. So James was in the spirit. James was basically, he telling you, bro, that tongue, bro, it's impossible to tame. You gonna have to work on that thing daily. Or in order to have your tongue under control, your words under control, because a lot of people get mad, and that's when they say whatever comes to mind. I don't got no filter. I say however I feel, and you can't stop me. So when somebody say that, they finna start throwing all type of spells. They finna start saying all type of crazy stuff. And that just show you people when it comes to people emotions. That's why, especially as men, we can't really be emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how a lot of women is. We can't be like that. We shouldn't get to the point where we can't control our words. We upset. Now we just throwing low blows at other brothers, getting disrespectful and calling them out their name and stuff like that. We shouldn't get like that, man. you know, what I'm saying, we should never get to that point like that. But just know, man, your words have the power to bless people, like the Bible just said. It got the power to bless people, and it also have the power to curse people. It's how you use your tongue. And be very careful on the things that you say. And you may not look at it as something that's big. You may look at it as a joke. It can be something said that you think is like, you know, it ain't serious, it's a joke. But hey, it's still, you know, it's still said. It's still said, rather you being disrespectful to a person, but you jokingly saying it. That's real, man. The spells are still out here, man. You understand what Paul said. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers, man, of this world. Spiritual wickedness in high places. So we are battling with people every single day that we don't see behind the scenes, that's casting spells on the children of Israel. So how much more us praying against those spells and bringing them down? But you got it, King. You know.
You're on mute.
Nah, I was saying a comment, if I can. A sister sent a video she wanted us to play. If you would allow it, my brother.
Bring it out!
Come, man. I'll share this, man. We all about you know, the building and contribution, right? Being an asset and not a liability. Right. Let me share my screen real quick. And I'm gonna have it cropped a little bit. I think this, yeah. Let me know if y'all can hear it though. Hold on.
Now, there's something my husband told me in the shower that every wife and every husband needs to hear. So he was taking forever in the shower. Okay, so I came in and I'm like, babe, I'm gonna take all the hot water. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He said, I was just in here thinking about you. Instantly blushed. I don't care. I love my man. Instantly blushed. And I was like, what you think about? He goes, the helpmate that you are. There's things about me that I didn't even know until you believed it, and gifts that I have that I didn't even know I was capable of until you spoke it. And then he says, a lot of men don't know what's embedded in them until they have a wife who shines light on it. Then he hit me with the word. He's like, you know, death and life are in the power of the tongue. And you can have a wife whose words breathe life into you, or whose words slowly kill what God planted in you. Y'all. And that hit me. See, I believe my husband can do anything, and can't nobody tell me different. I don't care. So in 2020, when the gym shut down, I wanted a squat rack built in our garage, and not just any squat rack. I wanted a squat rack that folded into the wall so that we could still park our cars there. And so I wanted my husband to build it, and he's like, babe, I do not know how to weld. I looked at him and I said, yes, you do. Like, you can do anything. What do you mean? And when I say within 3 days, I had a squat rack, I had a bench welded, I had a dip bar welded, I had the safety arms welded. And from that, he started making squat racks during the pandemic and made $40K in the first month. All right. Fast forward to 2025, my husband has a chiropractic table manufacturing business. He creates them, designs them, he like figures out the innovative functions and all that stuff. And he tells me, I would have never known I could do this if it wasn't for you constantly pulling out of me what God placed in me. So y'all can say what y'all want to say about marriage. Say it's just a piece of paper. Say it's only for women. Say it's better to be single. But the Lord says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. And that's what we believe over here.
Man.
Right.
You know, that's a mighty video, and you know, it definitely beats, you know, hearing stuff. You know, some brothers got some ribs, man. They be like, man, you want to do what? You know, you're gonna quit it in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't ever stay consistent. You know what I'm saying?
You know you ain't capable of doing that.
Hey, man, sister, this is why your man isn't consistent, because you keep speaking it over him. You know what I'm saying?
What she said, you're not William Cartwright. You
Right.
will never be William Cartwright.
And the truth, a lot of sisters, you know what they say? You're not David. You're not David. Who is you? You're not David. You can't do what David did. Yeah, David. You know what I'm saying? And you know the truth start coming out sometimes. You know, but it's mighty to know that, you know, your words have power, right? You should be telling your husband, you mightier than David. You know, don't get blasphemous now, right? But you should be telling I believe you can do anything that David did. You know what I'm saying?
Salaki, there's a saying that it says behind every great man is a great woman, right? And there's a lot of truth to that. When you look at people that have large followings, when you look at men that are in high positions, a lot of times, man, their wives think the world of them, man. Their wives almost worship them, right? And like the brother Denal said, their wives is telling them, man, you deserve this. You deserve to be teaching thousands of people. You deserve to be leading this. You deserve to have this. And they go to the brother head and like, man, I got to make my wife proud. I do deserve those things. She see it in me, so I got to make it come to light. And, a lot of times if you got a mediocre man, it's because you talk to him or you treat him like he's mediocre, right? Or a lot of times if you have a bad man, it's because you always sad around the house. You always acting like he's a bad man, right? So sometimes even despite of your situation, you got to speak life. I know girls always like saying that phrase, speak life, but you got to ask yourself, do I actually speak life? And you got to speak life to change your life, because once he changed, then it's going to change for the better for you. But
Yeah, man. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, man. So that's my lesson for the night. Watch the things that y'all say, man. Uplift people.
Salaki too, before you close out, also another spiritual aspect is names. I know did a lesson not too far ago called the Spirit of Miriam. And I was saying you might not want to name your daughter Miriam or Mary because that word means rebellion or rebellious. So a lot of it, and it's power in the words of names or in the names, because if it wasn't, then the Most High God wouldn't be changing people's names in the Bible left and right. Saul getting changed to Paul and Jacob getting changed to Israel. These things got power. And so also there's power in names. So for all of us in this generation that are having kids, man, watch what you name your kids.
Yep. If I can add to that too, the brother made a good point, man, because names is something that's very that something you should take seriously. And a lot of people don't take naming their child stuff seriously, just because it sounds cute, you want to go with it without even looking at the meaning. Sometimes you look at the meaning and you still don't care just because it sounds cute, you want to go with it. But let me tell you something. We see I think it was it John the Baptist's parents, right? Where the Most High made Zechariah's tongue cleave to his mouth, and he couldn't even speak until he agreed that he was going to name his son John, right? That's how powerful the tongue is, though, right? The Most High didn't want nothing coming out his mouth but John when it came to naming his son, right? And so that's how serious the Most High takes it, right? You know what I'm saying? And naming his own anointed. So how much more are you in your own right, in your own household, right? Who do you want dwelling with you? You know what I'm saying? And that goes into what you name them, right?
Yeah. A lot of people just name their son or just name their child something that they just name them something because they see it in the Bible. Oh, Esau. let's name him Esau. I seen Esau in the Bible. Let's name him Esau. But not knowing you don't even know what Esau means. Yes, it's in the Bible, but that don't mean it's good.
Right.
I know a dude named Esau. I think he was a brother too. I didn't know him, but I knew of him. But I think he was a brother. His name was Esau. I'm like, what kind of crap is that, man? You gonna name this Esau, man?
You got people naming their kids Darius, man, and then they going around saying, yeah, my mom told me my name biblical. You know what I'm saying? You go in the Bible, it had nothing to do with the righteous people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just look. You name your kid Hunter, and you wonder why he go outside and he always come back with a dead animal. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to what you name your kids, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's real though. Yeah, man. I didn't think about that though. Them hunters always like to hunt, man. It's always them kids named Hunter that like to hunt. That's crazy.
Thanks, man.
That's a spirit, bro. That's a spirit, man. But yeah, I mean, I pray, brothers and sisters got some out of this video, man. To speak life. Just don't stop. Don't that child make that child bad. Speak life into that child. Stop saying you bad. You gonna always be bad. You terrible. You terrible. You terrible. You terrible. You terrible. That's all he's hearing, man. Speak life into him. You can do better. I know you can put more. I know you can give more out than what you putting in. You ain't bad. Right? Stop thinking that you bad. Stop thinking that you dumb. You ain't dumb.
Yeah, man. You gotta be like
yourself.
Some I know in black culture, man, a lot of black moms, man. At least I know my mom did. They'll tell you, they hit you with that. Why y'all failing y'all classes? I ain't raised no dummies. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You kind of compute in your head like, yeah, I ain't a dummy. Why am I bringing home 65s? You know what I'm saying? But it's stuff like that you got to hear. And for the kids are very impressionable, man. You know what I'm saying? You tell your kid they can sing, they're gonna believe they can sing, right? Even when they 3 years old and they don't even know what holding a note is, right? You tell your kid they fast, they're gonna believe they fast. They're gonna be moving them arms so fast, they're gonna think they flash running around the house, right? Same thing if you tell them they slow, if you tell them they ugly, if you tell them they dumb, you tell them they soft, they're gonna compute all of that, bro, and they're gonna start living it out.
Yeah, man. You got the parents at the table with the kids. So Johnny got 5 apples and he ate 2. How many he got left? And then he say 8. Then she say, Johnny got 5 apples. He ate 2. How many he got left? 1. You dumb. Johnny got 5 apples. He ate 2. How many he got left? My goodness.
And that when you pull out the belt and they say 3. Correct. Good job.
I knew you weren't dumb. You gotta apply yourself. We're coming, man. Hey, all praise to the Most High, man, for this lesson. Lord willing, be back on here Friday. The brother Azrael, man, Freestyle Friday. But yeah, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh by Shimi Hawashai. Peace and blessings to the 12. We are the hopeful elect, and we signing out. Shalom.
Shalom.